Thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning. Beautiful but hot. I'm Tracy McCain here with meteorologist Christian Morgan and Megan Malaris.
Yeah, it looks like we're having some trouble seeing this feed on our Facebook page. Hopefully we are streaming live on YouTube. We'll work to check out those logistics behind the scenes, but let's go ahead and get into our forecast.
All right, let's do it, guys. Another warm day on the way for today. We'll be up close to 90 for your Wednesday, and then again for your Thursday too, which officially is the first day of fall. Now, it doesn't technically begin until Thursday night at 9 o'clock, but technicalities here. Beautiful Piedmont morning with I can't even talk right now. You know, I'm just going to put this down. We're going to try again. Beautiful morning with Carolina blue sky and sunshine. See, I can talk when I want to. Ironically, this is actually one of our longer dry stretches that we've had so far this year. 17 days back in April, another 10-day stretch in April too, an 11-day stretch in June, but 9 days so far. Today will be 10 in a row where we've not had any rain. So before long, we're really going to need some rain. A bit toasty up around 90 today and tomorrow, but I am that cold front that's on the way from the north and west. It will approach tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Not a lot of moisture with it. Could be just enough, though, to give us an isolated shower, maybe a storm, but I think most of us end up staying dry for tomorrow. High pressure building in from the north will give us nice, cool fall air. Honestly, the driest and coolest air that we've seen in quite some time heading into the weekend. So this is going to be the real deal cold front that brings fall. Ironically, watch how dew points fall as we go into the afternoon. Cooler, drier air starts to rush in after about 9 o'clock, and that is when fall starts. So pretty much right on time, the cooler, drier air moves in. Dew points will crash into the upper 30s and low 40s by the time we're getting up on Friday morning. So for today, partly sunny, up around 90 for the afternoon, but staying dry, and then we'll watch for an isolated shower or storm tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, down in the tropics, we do have Hurricane Fiona, now a strong Category 4 storm as it moves away from Turks and Caicos with 130-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and nothing to really hinder its further intensification. So it will likely stay a Category 4 storm at least through the rest of the week and even into the weekend as it heads off to the north and eventually to the north and east. Several hundred miles away from the North Carolina coast, but you can plan on strong rip currents along the Carolina coast this week, actually getting worse over the next couple of days and some higher than normal surf as well. Remember how the tropics got off to a quiet start this season? With the flip of a switch, we now have Hurricane Fiona. We have Tropical Storm Gaston in the North Atlantic, which will not be an issue for us. But down approaching the Caribbean Sea, another area with a good chance of development over the next couple of days could become our next tropical depression and eventually Tropical Storm Hermine, and then two other areas off the coast of Africa that the National Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on. If any of those are concerned for us, of course, we'll pass that along to you. But right now, we are in the clear at this moment. Warm today and warm tomorrow. Fall air makes a big return heading into Friday and into the weekend. We could even see some morning lows in the 40s Saturday morning. A little bit chilly. In the mid-70s Saturday afternoon, back up around 80 on Sunday. Another cold front will head our way Sunday night and Monday, which could bring us a few showers, but it does reinforce the cooler weather, keeps fall air hanging around through the middle of next week.
Oh, 40s Saturday morning?
Wow.
Well, that's cold.
That's the real deal.
That is the real deal. Hopefully I can just stay home.
You have your heat on?
Bigger part of the morning.
My husband won't let me turn the heat on, or it would have been on 2 weeks ago. Let's be honest.
You'll be sleeping in a Snuggie. Okay, so of course weather is a great conversation any day of the week, but it's extra special today because it has some significance with fall.
It is the last official day of summer. This morning we are talking about your favorite summer memories. A lot to remember this season. So let's take a look at some of the comments already on my Facebook post. Angela says, cruising to the Bahamas with my husband for our anniversary.
Oh, fun.
She had an amazing picture of that cruise too. It looked awesome.
Nice.
Connie said, love spending time with my husband at the lake. Eric said, starting the foster to adopt process with my beautiful wife. We hope to have a child in our home by Christmas.
That's precious.
Scott said the Wyndham Championship with his bride of 22 years. And Ann said swimming with dolphins in the Florida Keys.
That is awesome. I really love all of those comments, but bringing home a baby by Christmas sounds so exciting. But I mean, everybody's memories were precious. I think my favorite memory of the summer was just getting to spend some time, some quality time with my kids while they were out from school. And, you know, we went bowling, we went to the pool, we went everywhere locally. We went to the new Children's Museum in High Point. I mean, it felt like every day was a field trip. So it was just that quality time that, you know, they grow up so fast, you can't get it back.
I agree. This was my first summer with 2 kids.
That's
my
right.
daughter born in February, so it was really fun to do some of our normal activities now with another one in the mix. So Science Center, we did a trip to the beach earlier in the summer. We went to a baseball game. The kids loved that. Christian loved eating all the peanuts he could eat and dumping all the shells on the floor. You know, catching his first ball. The usher gave him a ball and he was so ecstatic. So really it was just a season of joy for our family.
Yeah, for us too. You know, our band was busy again this summer. You know, we were kind of playing catch up in 2021 after not doing anything in 2020. So kind of played catch up last year, but we were busy this year. Spent a lot of time at the lake this summer. It's just a good summer.
Yeah.
A lot to be thankful for.
It really was a great summer. It was a hot summer and a humid summer.
It was.
But, you know, we're blessed every single day that we're here.
My hands are tied on that one.
It's okay. Keep them back there. Keep them back there.
You know, there were several points people made on my page seeming to indicate they just love being able to travel and they loved being able to be with family. For many of them, this was the first summer they were able to do that since the summer of 2019. Obviously, before the COVID pandemic really put a damper on a lot of those memories that could have been made. So now it's kind of making up for lost time, being able to celebrate again, somewhat full scale was really special.
Yeah, absolutely. And let the memories continue into fall.
Yeah.
Yes, because fall starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. 9:03 p.m. if you want to be technical.
9:03.
9:03 p.m. So can I say tomorrow's the first day of fall?
Okay.
Or should I say Friday's the first full day of fall?
Friday's the first full day of fall.
Okay.
But tomorrow is the start of fall.
Okay.
Just
fall
say
starts
it.
tomorrow.
Just say it. You know, it makes you feel good.
Oh, yeah, it does, you know. I'll come in here wearing a sweater and it'll be 89 degrees outside. Awesome. All right, so let's get to your morning headlines this morning, and we begin with some developments out of Orange County. Investigators are continuing the search for a 17-year-old suspect accused of killing 2 teenagers, one of them from Alamance County, right here in the Piedmont Triad. The Orange County Sheriff's Office has a petition out for the suspect's arrest. Investigators say they are working with several law enforcement agencies to find the teenage suspect. Details about this case are limited, but we hope to learn more once the suspect is in custody.
Police have arrested 2 teenagers in connection to the murders of 2 other teenagers in Graham. Investigators have charged a 14-year-old and 17-year-old with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Officers arrested them last night. The charges stem from a homicide case that began last month. Officers found the bodies of 2 16-year-old boys behind an apartment complex on East Hanover Road. Investigators say the boys had gunshot wounds. Since then, their families have been wanting answers and justice. It's still unclear what preceded the shooting or what led police to these suspects. Graham Police Department is not yet naming the boys who died or the suspects because of their ages.
Today, Molly Corbett and her father, Tom Martins, are expected in court. The 2 were convicted in the murder of Corbett's late husband, Jason Corbett. Both the daughter and father were facing 20 to 25 years in prison. Well, he was an Irish businessman, Jason Corbett, who moved to Davidson County after he married his wife, Molly. 2 years ago, a judge overturned the father and daughter's convictions in this case because of errors. The state Supreme Court ruled they should get a new trial, and today's hearing is among the first steps.
Carowinds Theme Park plans to introduce a new chaperone policy after what park officials say was unruly behavior this past weekend. The park closed early Saturday night during Carowinds, the annual Halloween-themed event. Now, going forward, anyone 17 and younger attending Carowinds must be with an adult who is at least 21. Leaders say several groups of minors were causing problems. Thankfully, no one was injured at the park. Carowinds already had a no-bag policy in place during Carowinds, and guests have to go through metal detectors as they enter.
More fall attractions now opening in the Triad. Kersey Valley Spooky Woods, one of the top attractions in the country, is opening in Archdale, and they kick off their season this weekend. Some COVID restrictions will remain in place. When the pandemic started, the attraction implemented social distancing, and Spooky Woods also started a timed ticketing process to cut down on crowding, and they say those changes are now their new normal.
Not all change is bad. We've even spread out our concession stands so that people don't have to stand close to each other.
Unlike the last few seasons, face masks will not be required this year. Spooky Woods opens Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Aging gracefully can be very difficult when your home is a safety hazard. This week, Greensboro realtors are volunteering their time to help seniors make needed improvements to their housing. A really cool program. WFMY News 2's Anthony McMiller has a sneak peek on the impact.
Yes, well, this couple is in their 70s, and the home just over my shoulder is theirs. It was built in the 1960s, so it's not equipped with the necessary space or improvements needed for them to maneuver around their homes safely. But this week, they are getting a home makeover that will allow them to stay in their homes longer.
It'll help a lot. I mean, you know, you in a situation wherein you getting something done, and you know it's past due and it need to be done. You know. So I'm glad we, you know, were able to get to a situation where we can get it done. I've been looking at this for years. I just didn't know where to go.
76-year-old Lorenzo Wilson says his wife has trouble getting around, so they've just had to deal with the issues at their home. That's why Community Housing Solutions and the Greensboro Realtors Association chose them for their 14th annual Realtors Rebuild Project.
We want to make sure that they have the ability to be safe in their home, be able to live there for as long as they are able to live there, make sure they're dry, make sure they're warm, make sure they're able to move around without falling and getting hurt. So it's just something that we take pride in and love to volunteer for every year.
Community Housing Solutions will help anyone in need. These are some of the qualifications. You must live in Guilford County, be the owner of the home, and have a household income that is no more than 80% of the county's median income. And repairs must cost no more than $20,000. And Wilson and his wife tell me they are extremely grateful for this program, and volunteers will be here today and tomorrow to finish up some of those repairs.
All right, one more check of that forecast. Warm around 90 today and your Thursday as the cold front slides by. May give us an isolated shower or storm, but I think most of us end up staying dry tomorrow for your Thursday. Fall officially starts at 9:03 p.m. Behind that cold front, drier, cooler, real deal fall air moves in. 50s Friday morning, low 70s Friday afternoon. Could even see upper 40s on Saturday morning before the mid 70s Saturday afternoon, back up around 80 again on Sunday.
What a drop from 89 degrees, your high on Thursday, to 53 degrees overnight.
Yeah, it's going to cool off so quickly too because we're going to have so much dry air. Dew points are going to be down in the 30s and 40s. We haven't seen that. You know, we haven't even seen it. Woo! It's going to be straight as an arrow.
Possibly.
Possibly. But yeah, it's going to feel so good. And when you have so much dry air, it's so easy to cool the temperature down.
Yeah.
So Friday morning is going to be cool, refreshing. Saturday morning may even be chilly.
So normally when you have these drastic changes in temperatures very quickly, we get some kind of storm activity that's associated with that, but you're not really anticipating that to be the case.
Not a ton of moisture with the front. You know, we've got a little bit of humidity, but we don't have a super ton. It's not super sticky. So there's just really not a whole lot of moisture that's been banking up ahead of this front for it to tap into. Yes, we've got some hot weather, but without a little bit of moisture, you can't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow, you know, that front likely slides by and remains pretty quiet.
Nice. I like quiet.
We do too.
I like cool.
Yes.
Things that Tracy likes. The list is not long. All right. Thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
All right.
Sounds good. Have a good day.
See ya.